EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Los Angeles Rams and the Dallas Cowboys. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. They start on the ground with Elliott, and he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first down throw for Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. The Cowboys had 1-11 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
From the 38, Prescott. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Davion Taylor, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Rams are going to get the football here at their own 23. Had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Following the interception, Mayfield. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Elijah Moore hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. but I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
He's got one touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
Hey, hold on.
On second down, it's Pollard. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On third down, Mayfield. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Pollard again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You've just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On second down, Elliott once more. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He'll get this one to Pittman. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score 21. Cowboys now.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit.
From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will stay a 3-touchdown game. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of...
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
A first down carry by Elliott, and he's going to be met at about the 43.
Isaiah Rodgers up to make the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, it's Prescott.
That's into the hands of Tolbert. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 44 yards out, left hash.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Jabril Cox there on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Moore, the man in motion. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He'll find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to look deep for Moore. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Prescott yet again.
Fires a slant, completes it to Tolbert.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
King.
From the 24, Mayfield. And that is incomplete here.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hurry! Point it right. Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Alert! Up.
Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Good. Run. Alert! Regular.
A give up the middle to Akers. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
King! Hey, alert!
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Regular.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, You're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Up. Alert.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even starting to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been.
Three yards remain for 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Prescott. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson.
And he is going to have the Cowboys' 1st down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
We're going to 54 right here.
10th carry now for Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
Kill. Hey, 47.
Prescott on 1st down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, it's caught. Tolbert.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Throwing, Prescott. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
On 3rd down, Elliott. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. Well, I tell you, I think by definition you won't get any closer to equaling the record than that.
Not at all. 64 yards, end over end. I think he's going to come up about a half a revolution short, and that could really have bounced either way.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game, throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Prescott now. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now Prescott. Going right back to Ferguson. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, no one.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do